channel. I'm Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and today we are doing a declutter video. So this is going to be a little bit different than the other Sunday style guides. I am going to try to be creating more content on my channel that has less to do with purchasing, less to do with shopping, and more to do with how to enjoy the things, or just give you ideas about how to enjoy the things in your collection, where we talk about concepts in fashion and maybe, you know, still talk about new releases and collaborations and stuff like that, but we talk about it more of like, oh, how can I recreate that look with stuff I already have? How can I go through and just, you know, what is that gonna look like? Like, what is it that I like about that specific thing, that specific outfit or that specific vibe? Like, how am I doing that? So I hope that that kind of resonates with you guys, because I am feeling like constantly talking about new collaborations and releases and, you know, other things that just, I feel like there's way too much emphasis on shopping, and I'm trying really hard to maybe not be a voice that adds to that. And that might not be for you. You might really want to see, you know, only new stuff, only new collaborations. And if that's true, then, you know, I would say maybe don't watch like the declutter videos, don't watch that. Like, I'm still gonna do, you know, is it worth a wardrobe Wednesday? But I'm gonna try and keep the new stuff to just like one video a week, because I don't feel like I want to be one of the voices who is saying like, oh, if you want this particular look, then you need to go out and purchase these things, because I don't really believe that, and I want to live my values. And yeah, I just want to live my best authentic life, and I hope that you come along with me. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a longer video, because I'm going to tell you why things are going out of my collection, and if I think I'm going to replace them, or if my style's changed and maybe I'm looking for a different sort of thing. I feel like because fall's coming, fall is my favorite fashion season, with the sweaters and scarves and just the beautiful colors. But this year, I'm kind of a little disappointed, because I don't know, I love like the pumpkin spice kind of eyeshadow looks and the oranges and greens and really, like, you know, grungy colors of fall. But this year's fashion trends don't seem to be going that way, and honestly, because I'm such a rebel, I'm going to buck a lot of those trends and just do what I like. So let's go ahead and get into the declutter. Now, this is just my first round of decluttering, but I am very excited to do this. I've been promising a declutter for a long time, but the truth is, it's really hard when you've had pieces you love for so long, but they just either don't fit anymore, or you're not getting use out of them. It's really difficult to do. And one of the pieces that I didn't plan on decluttering, but I just knew I'm just not getting enough use out of. This was actually in my collab for the Hot Girl Summer. This was this beautiful sort of gold skirt, and it's a beautiful, like, buttery color. It's just gorgeous, but it's too long and it's too big. Also, it's got a giant slit. Like, it's not torn, like there's a slit in it. And even though I love this, like, editorially, I love the way it looks, like, against my skin. I love the way it feels. It's by ASOS. It's also too big. It's a size 28. No, it says it's size 24 UK, which I don't think, or it's 24 US, which I don't think it is. I think it's actually a little bit bigger. It's too big for me, and because I know I'm not a size 24, but I just know that I'm not going to get use out of this. I keep saying like, oh, I'll wear it to brunch, and I went to brunch the other day. I wore jeans and a sweater with my friend Lindsay. Hi Lindsay, if you're watching. So that is a thing that's going out of my collection, because I feel like that skirt is my fashion wannabe self. Like that's the person I wish I was. Like I wish that I was the kind of person who would wear that skirt and then like this really cute like brimmed hat, you know, but I'm not. Like maybe if I was in my 20s and I was more focused on the way that I looked, but I'm at the season in my life where I'm more worried about learning new things. I'm more worried about, right now I'm job hunting, so I need to look kind of presentable all the time. I need to look presentable and I need to kind of command the attention of a room, and like fairy pixie looks just kind of don't do that for me. So yeah, this is, so if you can hear like stuff going by in my, so I have my window open because it is finally cool, and I'm not closing my window, I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. So if it bothers you, I'm sorry. This is from Old Navy, and it is a really big, kind of draped, so let me see if I can position it so you can see the draping. So it's draped here. It's like a crossbody shirt. I think I've worn it in a couple of videos before. But basically it just kind of drapes across like this, and it's just too big. A lot of the things that I'm decluttering are just too big for me, and this is one of them. Also, it's just not as black anymore, and it's time for it to go. I've had it in my collection for way too long, way too long, but it's still new enough that somebody who it was the correct size for would still get some use out of it. So I'm going to be donating, and I'm not throwing away any of the clothes that can be salvaged. I'm donating them to Goodwill, and then there's another like women's shelter that is near my house, which I'm not going to disclose the name of because they're a women's shelter and they need to remain secure. But just know that I'm not throwing anything out unless it has like rips and tears and things like that. There is another thing that I am decluttering, and this is going to be kind of controversial. I am decluttering this this very sensual kind of nightie. It has, you know, obviously the cutouts. Again, this was really bought for Halloween and for like a performance, but so it's cut out here so that it can be used for intimacy, but it's just not who I am as a person, and I didn't wear it for that reason. I wore it as a thing for a costume, and then I wore like a structured brassiere underneath for like a saloon girl costume. I think gosh, it had to be over 7 years ago because it was before when I lived in California. So it's just not something I'm ever gonna use again. So especially because right now it's right before Halloween, so hopefully someone can use that like as a costume piece. Also, there are a couple of things. I have done so many videos in my pink hoodie. Like, this is such a beautiful pink hoodie. This is from Avenue. It's a size 26, 28. And so there's nothing wrong with this hoodie. This is an amazing quality one. And even still, the color's pretty. And again, on camera, it looks so much more vibrant than it does look in real life. But it's just kind of dull and it's stretched out, and you know what it is? I'm ready for something that's not pink. Like, I'm just ready for something that's not pink. I'm ready for, and I've seen so many really cool, like, hoodies and sweaters and things from, like, YouTubers that I really like Smoky Glow and Samantha March. And I kind of want to buy some merch from them. So I'm setting aside a little bit of my winter budget to do that, and kind of setting aside for Black Friday sales and stuff like that. But I have this beautiful hoodie that is from my alma mater, which is Oregon State University. And I have a beautiful, we're the Oregon State Beavers. And so I have this amazingly like beautiful black sweater that the girls in my old office got me when I graduated from college, and I'm just so excited to utilize that and wear it because it finally fits. I'm finally at a size where like it fits and I can wear it and it's not like an issue. So I'm really excited about that, and it's finally getting cool enough for me to do that again. So this, again, I feel like there's not a ton of plus size activewear, especially affordable. So I feel like donating this, because if you donate to Goodwill, the way that they make their money, if you don't know, is that they put the clothing in a boutique and someone else purchases it, or they send it to shelters for people. But I feel like and then they use the money for programs to help people with disabilities and people who are job hunting and other stuff like that. Oh, just really quick, if you don't know, even if you are someone who's just job hunting, you can go to Goodwill Industries and they will help you secure a job. They don't just help people with disabilities, they'll help anyone get a job. So especially if you're younger and you're in that like entry-level market, they kind of specialize in that. I'm not in the entry level market, so I'm like mid-management to probably a little bit beyond that. But I would suggest, like, if you're looking for your first job, or you just graduated from college, or you just graduated from high school, or you're still in high school and you want to get a jump on getting some experience, Goodwill Industries has tons and tons of resources. Just go to goodwillindustries.com and like try to find the place for you. This is not sponsored. They're not like asking me to say that. Like, I don't know anyone from there. I just know that they do really good work and it's a good organization and I like supporting them. So anywho, this is getting donated to Goodwill. Now, this, again, I have worn in videos and I like it. This is the wrap shirt, and it's in this really pretty blue. I liked this so much that I had 2 of these. They're both, I would wear them like interchangeably. I love navy blue so much as a color, like against my skin tone. So I don't know if you can see how like good that looks against like a kind of light pinky. I feel like my skin's weird. Like I'm a light pinky olive sometimes. And so this was from, no, it wasn't from Old Navy. This is from Simply Be. So I ordered 2 of these from Simply Be, and when I got them, they were great. But the thing is, they don't hold up that well to like washing. They don't fall apart or anything, but they do get like looser. They don't maintain their elasticity. So if you do purchase, and you can maybe size down just one size so that when you wash it, it doesn't like stretch on you. But it was very comfortable. I liked it. I wore this season round in my office job. I always got compliments on it. It looked really good on me, but again, it's too big and it's too stretched out. Now, however, this would work for somebody who was, you know, they just wanted to like wear it around their house, or maybe was very large busted. That would be a very good thing. It does have 3/4 sleeves, so that was the thing I always loved about it. I tend not to, anytime I wear a long sleeve sweater, I always, even though the buttons are really cute and I love buttons, I always do this. I always do, no matter what. So, and then what ends up happening is the sleeves get stretched out, and so I always stretch out my sleeves on my long shirts. It's a thing that happens. I try not to do it. I always do it. So what I've learned is that like every other season except for winter, I will wear 3/4 sleeves most of the time if I can. This is actually, these, apparently I'm French now, these. This is actually something newer to my collection. Or I say collection like I'm talking about makeup, but you know what I mean, my wardrobe. These are actually some really cute sweatpants, and I believe these were from Simply Be too. These are the capsule leisure collection from Simply Be. But these committed the sin of all sins that drives me insane. One, they're too short on me, and I'm 5 feet tall. So do you know, like, these are cut so badly. The material is lovely. Everything is so nice. These are so warm and comfy, and I love the way that this feels, and they turn up to washing really well. And this kind of marled Cotton, I just love that kind of marl cotton. They also, I might be able to forgive the being too short because I just wear them around the house, so I could just wear them as like capri pants, or capri sweats or whatever, or even use them to work out. Because yeah, like that's a thing that happens right now, right? Um, so but they did this where the little drawstring, like the drawstring came out one side. I can't stand that. Like, my husband is a saint and he offered to like get it out and go around, but I honestly don't like these enough to keep them, and so I figured these were new enough. And of course everything I'm donating has been washed so these are all clean. I just know that someone else will get better use out of these, and because winter is coming up, I'm hoping that these will be able to keep somebody warm during the winter. Oregon does get pretty cold here, so I'm hoping that either these get purchased by someone who couldn't afford activewear previously, or they get donated to someone in a shelter who can keep warm. So I hope that these do. I hope they don't. I know sometimes if they can't sell something, like they'll incinerate clothing or they'll pass it along to another country, another nation. So hopefully these get used. But the thing is, I have enough like activewear and pants and things that I wear all the time, and I keep reaching for the same ones over and over again that actually are the Simply Be collection ones. I don't know if you can get them anymore, but they were the pink and black ones that had like little pink ties on the bottom. Like they had little pink, like you could, what do they call that? They had like the little cords that you could actually like tie on the bottom, and they were pink. I don't remember what they were called. I don't think you can get them anymore, but those are the ones that I keep reaching for over and over. Just the feel of them feels better. They feel more like really comfy sort of yoga pants than sweatpants. And these really are like a little bit thicker and more like sweatpants, like traditional sweatpants. So those are gone. And this one, the shirt, like I almost don't want to declutter this shirt because it's this beautiful shirt, and like I love the kind of this gathering at the back, and the reason I love that is it makes it fall. It makes this fall just like perfectly well, and I love the little like pocket detail that it has here. So let me just, there you go. I love the pocket detail. This is an old Lane Bryant shirt, and I actually purchased this from something called Chic Curvy Closets, and they do oh my gosh, are they doing their event today? I don't know. Hold on, let me check. No, it was, I think I missed it. I think I missed their fall event, but I don't know. Curvy Chic Closet event was in my area. I don't remember if it was in September, October. It's usually been in September, but I'm not sure. And I'm like trying to rack my brain. I think like, am I missing it right now? I don't know. I got this shirt from there, and it was when all the like epaulets and like the little epaulets up here were in style, and I really do like this, but the problem is that this is too big. It's too big, and so every time I wear it, it just looks like a really pretty gossamer red sack on me. And I was about almost 90 pounds heavier when I purchased this, and so I filled it out a bit better. So when you lose weight, if that's a goal you have, when I lose weight, I lost it in my chesticle area, my face, and my feet, which was super weird. And then, you know, some of my tummy, like I did get a more defined waist over the past probably two and a half years. I have noticed that because I haven't been working out and haven't been eating quite as well, I've noticed a little uptick, and so I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of like what goes you know, what I am personally eating, which is, I probably shouldn't eat the vegan cupcake downstairs. I'm totally gonna eat the vegan cupcake downstairs. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Life is short. Eat the cupcake. But I really, really wish that there was a way to like shrink this, but I know there isn't, and I feel like it's super selfish for me to hang on to, because this is when Lane Bryant was at its best, because this was when they had good quality clothing. They've always been expensive, but you used to be able to justify it because they had more like Nordstrom quality clothing. And now when I walk into Lane Bryant, I'm like, the quality of your clothes is no different than Old Navy, and you're 3 times as expensive. And so I can't get behind that, and their quality has just suffered so much. That's not necessarily true about like the collabs and the collabs they do with like influencers and other coats. Those seem to be the best made clothing, but they're also the things that sell out the fastest and are the most expensive. So I would say that if you're looking for an affordable version of that, there's actually, if you have something called Fred Meyer, or maybe called Kroger, where you are, here in Oregon, it's called Fred Meyer. And they have, Fred Meyer / Kroger has plus sizes in their stores now. Like if you live somewhere where there's a Kroger and they have like a department store like attached to the grocery store, they have amazing plus size clothes for like super cheap, and they were having a crazy sale. I'm gonna do like a little haul video later. I bought like 3 shirts, and it blew my mind, the style, and it just was everything that I wanted in a brand, and it was perfect. And they were having like an end of season sale for summer. So anyways, that's a totally different video, but that's a good alternative. So if you're looking for like old fashioned, really good Old Navy, or not Old Navy, like close to Lane Bryant's old quality clothing, check out your local Kroger, because I just like it. I wouldn't say it's on the same exact level, but it's pretty close. So, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you know, but Inc., which is International Incorporated, something like that, at Macy's, they have a brand called Inc., and they do carry plus sizes, and I purchased this over 8 years ago. And it's a super cute, like tunic thing, and it has these really pretty ruche sleeves. But I'm running into the same problem as I did with the Lane Bryant shirt. It's too big. It's too big. It's very pretty. I get so many compliments every time I wear it, or I used to get so many compliments every time I would wear this, but it just hangs on me. It hangs, it's too big, it looks like a dress on me now, and I'm just not loving the way that it fits. I love the style, I love the way that it's put together, and it's good quality. I purchased this at Macy's in their clearance department like over 8 years ago, probably for like $20 to $30, and I have gotten my money's worth out of it, and I hope that someone else gets really good use out of this. So, yeah. That's what's going. Now, this is, again, I'm French again. This is from I think this is from Old Navy, and I love this kind of shirt, this kind of like baseball shirt is called a raglan shirt, and I love that this had the little purple lace, but it's fading, and it's fading. It's just not the same anymore, but it could be of use to somebody to like work out, or just kind of fuddle around the house. Fuddle, like, whatever you do around your house. I don't know, whatever word you want to insert there. But yeah, I just don't feel like it's getting a lot of use in my collection. I don't feel like I really am loving the way that it looks anymore. But that's just me. Like, it's a little tiny lace detail. Everything else about it, you know, works just fine. This this is from Land's End, and this is just a plain white like V-neck shirt. This is like almost 15 years old. Like, this is almost 15 years old, you guys, and part of me does not want to throw this. I'm not throwing it away. I'm giving away. Part of me does not want to let go of this because sometimes I use this to just throw on when I'm gonna put on my makeup. And so you know how when you come out of the shower, you're like just too hot and too like, I don't know, schwitzy to like put on the clothes you're gonna wear for the day, and so to like let your body cool down. Like, if you overheat really easy like I do, like I sometimes just take like a night shirt, like a clean night shirt or a shirt like this, throw it over while I'm doing my makeup, and then like and then after I'm done, or if you like it, or if you don't want to risk getting, you know, like eyeshadow fallout on the clothes you're gonna wear for the day, you might wear something like that. That's usually how I utilize shirts like this. But the thing is, I have too many. And so this is the oldest one. It's like literally 15 years old. There is nothing wrong with it. The stitching is still amazingly good. It has, here we go. Let's see if you can see that. Do you see that stitching? That's 15-year-old stitching. And so this is why I always recommend Land's End like basics, because you are gonna spend $40 for a tank top or for an undershirt or for a camisole. You're gonna spend $40 to $45. But this is 15 years later. Like, I think this is like fractions of a penny when you think of like how many times I've used this. So if you're just kind of, you know, thinking about it smartly, it's a really great way to save money. And also, because I've had this, I haven't purchased, you know, a ton of other ones. I have 2, maybe 3 more. But this one's just not as big and it's kind of see-through. So I can't like, it's not a thing like I can use as a white shirt either. Like, it really only has the purpose of being a makeup apron basically, and I don't think I can keep something in my wardrobe just for that. I don't have the space to do that, and you probably don't either unless you have like giant closets full of stuff. So the reason I'm doing this declutter is because I've taken over almost 3 closets in the house, and that's just not fair. It's just not fair to my poor husband, who he's actually trying to get like more into fashion. Oh, if you guys didn't know, like I've had to spend, so Tarek, this is Saturday, and Tarek left to go see his parents on this last Wednesday on the 18th. And he's not coming back until the 25th, and so I've been all by my lonesome since Wednesday, and I've just been like cleaning the house and doing lots of stuff. I went to go see the Downton Abbey movie, so I'm just really excited to kind of have a little bit of time just for myself, and to have some time to like clean up the house and do some of those other kind of things that I usually can't get done when he's here, because he's so much fun that he's just like, let's go do this thing, don't worry about that. And then like I don't clean the house, and then I don't like do the declutter video I promised you, which, I mean, it's not his fault, but it's not his fault that he's super fun. But I do kind of miss him, but also I'm kind of digging, like kind of reconnecting with myself and reading books that I haven't read, and like just kind of focusing on my job hunt, and writing again. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, in case I hadn't mentioned it or you didn't know, this week has been, yeah, kind of weird for me because I've been on my own for a few days. Kind of enjoying it, but still kind of missing him. So anywho, this also I have worn in a ton of videos, and I've even suggested these for like, I've suggested something like this for your New Year's Eve looks, for New Year's Eve and like Christmas parties. And so it's a really pretty bedazzled tank top. The problem is that, again, this is just much older. It is from Lane Bryant. Again, it's much older. It's a little bit faded, and it's just a little too big. It's just kind of stretched out over time. It doesn't look as fresh and as nice as I would like my clothing to look, but it's still serviceable, I would say. And so that's why I'm going to donate it. And also, the only time I wear that shirt is if I'm going out at night, or if which almost never happens anymore, because Tarek and I are homebodies. We're just like, do you want to go anywhere? No. do you want to like eat popcorn and watch Netflix at home? Yeah. Like that's just like who we are. And like I need to stop pretending that I'm somebody who loves like going out, and like I don't love like crowds of people anymore. I just don't, it's not my favorite thing. Yeah, I don't love doing that. It's a super hard thing for me to donate because it's so sentimental. This was my corset so that's half of it. This was my corset for my wedding. I had to purchase this. What brand is this? I don't know. So this is it's in 48C, because that's the size I am. I don't know what brand this is. What brand is this? This is super weird. Vabien. Okay, this is from Vabien, and this was a 48C. Now, just so you know, there is a fly on my camera. Okay, just so you know, my boobies are not this big. That's not me. But I stuffed myself into this when I stuffed myself into this during my wedding. It is too big for me now, and there is no time that I'm ever gonna wear this. I decided a long time ago that I was not ever going to get rid of my wedding dress, because that is just way too sentimental to me. But this, I think I can let go, and because these are so incredibly hard to find, I had to special order this and was expensive. I am going to be super happy to donate this, and it'll be a great find for someone. I literally wore it twice, like once at my fitting and once at my wedding, and someone's going to be super stoked to find this. This was something I found. This was something I actually found in like an upscale thrift store. If you don't know, you can go to like different parts of your neighborhood, and there's going to be like amazing thrift stores in your neighborhood, and you're going to find places, and there's in your neighborhood, you can find thrift stores where like the more wealthy people donate their clothes, and this is kind of where I found that. This is a beautiful purple velvet like bell sleeve. It looks like a Renaissance fair. I'm pretty sure this was meant to be like a Renaissance fair costume, because look on the detail here. I was going to use it as a Renaissance fair costume, and I actually started like embroidering, going over the embroidery with gold thread. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I kind of start projects sometimes and don't finish them. Do you guys ever do that? So yeah, this is going. Someone's mom can help them finish this, and that's going because it's just taking up space. Now this one again is part of the like activewear that I just don't use anymore. I've worn this so many times. This hoodie, this like mint green hoodie from Old Navy, and I love this, but it's so see-through that the only time I can wear it is if I'm wearing an undershirt and like going to wear it to work out. And that's pretty much it. That's like the only time I ever wear it, and it just doesn't fit quite right. It's actually a little bit too snug. I feel like it hugs in all the wrong places. So that one is going because it's a little too snug. These, so I'm getting rid of these pants. Now, I will say that Lane Bryant used to make really, really good pants. These were, and I hate that they started doing that like triangle or blue or like whatever their weird system is now. These say 28 petite. I knew what size I was. I liked what size I was. And stop making ridiculous things. Like, just stop. Just stop making us learn stupid new systems. Like, just tell us what the size is. Like, if you want to make a 28 petite extra long, like, just say that. Or you want to make a 28 petite extra thigh room, because some people need extra thigh room. Like, just say what it is. Like, don't give it some stupid, like, I don't know, just don't give it some stupid name like the Thompson or the, whatever, it doesn't matter. But these are going because they're just not, they're too big now. They're too big, and I also just, they're too faded. They're too faded for me. If you have pants like this that are, say these weren't too big, like say these were just the right size, I wouldn't get rid of them. What I would do is I would go into like Michael's or Joann's, and they have these dyes where you can dye your clothes. Like if your clothes are too faded but they still fit, and if they still fit and they don't have any holes or anything like that, because once they have holes in them, like it's kind of time to resign it, you know, to the trash heap. But if these were the correct size and the only thing wrong was that they were faded, I would go to Joann's or Michael's and I would get the kit dyes, the KIT, I think they're called kit dyes, and I would get like the blackest black, and you can actually dye these in your kitchen sink. So you have to kind of be careful, because you only want to dye this one thing. You don't want to necessarily dye your kitchen sink. So you want to follow the instructions on the package to the T. If you have if you're in your parents' house and they have super fancy like travertine sinks or some very expensive material or marble, check with them first because you don't want to do that. You might want to use like a really large basin or a bucket or something like that. As a matter of fact, just go buy a bucket that's like clean. You can buy a clean bucket and then dye something like this. Like don't risk it if you're like renting, or if your parents have super nice sinks, or if you have a super nice sink. Like, don't do that. Just go buy like a really big bucket, and then you can just dye the pants. You can just dye the pants or the clothing or like a sweater. Again, make sure to read the instructions, because some pieces of clothing you can't get wet. They're dry clean only, which means you can't submerge them in water with dye in them. So just please make sure to read the instructions. And if like, please do not do that to a cashmere sweater. Like, cashmere can't get wet. So that's, you know, I don't wear cashmere because cashmere, if you don't know, is from bunnies, and it's just not right. It's just not right. Like, don't wear animals. Just don't. But it's from, or it can be from rabbits, or it can be from, I think, goat. I don't know. But cashmere is usually an animal product, so don't wear it. Like, just don't. If it says faux cashmere, that's fine. But like I said, if these were the correct size, then I would dye them, because you can dye your clothes and you can get lots and lots more use out of them, because you're able to kind of prolong the wear. And if it's the right size and the right fit, like, that's just kind of invaluable. We have some more activewear. These were always too big for me. These were a size, I don't know how these are a size 24. So these are size 24. Now you'll see here, like, see how long these are? These are yoga pants that were always too big for me. They're so comfy though. But when I would walk up the stair, like if I walk up the stairs in these in my house, like I'm stepping on the pants all the way up. And what happens is eventually you step on the fabric and the pants come down. So these just aren't practical anymore, and I've got to get rid of them. They've got to go. Now, here's the last thing, and this I think is more me changing my style because this undershirt has been faded for forever. It's been faded for forever. I think after like the first 5 washes, it was this faded. This is from Old Navy, and this is their old lace tank tops. And I don't think they have these anymore. I don't think they have the lace ones. I think they have the ones without the lace. But they're the ribbed tank tops. So you see, let's see if you can see. Yeah, you can see the ribbing there. So I feel like this, oh, and they have the lace at the bottom too. So I used to wear these all the time during summer. I had this one, I had a white one, and I had a green one. They're all, I think the green one's already gone, but this one, I think the green one, like I ripped it. And the white one, I think I just stained so badly. I was like, nope, it's never coming back. But this one has been with me through and through, and it's that navy blue color, and I love that color. But I feel like my preferences have just changed because I used to wear this during the summer on its own. Like I would just wear a super like thin strapped bra, or sometimes I wouldn't even care about how thick my bra strap was because it was hot. So I just feel like I'm kind of not in the same place with my fashion preferences as I was even like a year ago. I'm craving things that are, I'm kind of in 2 worlds. I'm kind of craving more like graphic tees and like things from my favorite YouTubers and merch and like just shirts that say like snarky things and stuff like that. But then on the other side, I'm like, oh, I really want to invest in some more like designer pieces. I really want to be able to do that. And I was going to pick up some things from Target. Like they had this huge designer like fall collection event. I haven't been to Target yet to see if they still have it in stores, but they had a really good collection from Phillip Lim, and then I did a whole video on the one about oh my god, I can't remember the name of the designer now. I will put it up here. I can't remember the name of the designer. Sorry. I'm sorry, designer person that I can't remember. But there's so many different designers that are so good. But I thought Target was just collabing with like this one designer. But it turns out they were doing like a huge collab with a bunch of different people like Phillip Lim and the one I did a whole video on whose name I can't remember. That's how much stuff is going on. So this video is getting way crazy long. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you like seeing declutters, if you like being able to talk about fashion and like why I'm keeping something, why I'm getting rid of it, and the next video is going to be a capsule collection of 5 days, 5 outfits, 5 work outfits, and 1 date night outfit with using only 5 pieces of clothing. So that's gonna be super hard. And I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. But lovelies, I'm so excited that you spent this time with me. I hope that you go out into the world and just live your best life. Thanks so much.